Chad, right?
Yes, I'm Chad. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will admit, like I think we have some pretty great screen names here.
I agree.
Yeah.
Uh, and since we're live now, hi guys,
In
we're here.
fact,
We're here with the captains. You're both the team captains, right?
We are.
correct.
Nice. Of Saturday Blight Live and Turn 2 P Break, which I also appreciate both of those names quite a bit. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourselves, and then we'll let you get started with the game itself.
You want to go first, Nate?
Oh, sure. Hi, I'm Nate from St. Louis, Missouri. I play Legion and Crucible Guard. I like riding my bicycle, going on hikes, long walks on the beach. Stuff.
Seems good.
Happy to be here and psyched to be on stream.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And we've also got.
All right. My name's Chad. I'm from Seattle. From like a group that plays mostly at the Mox Bellevue area. So we're kind of affectionately made our own Discord of Turn 2 Smoke Break, but the group here that's playing, none of us smoke, so we felt that this was the next appropriate name for things. I play Rhett myself mostly, but for Brawlmachine, I play everything but Rhett. And just have been enjoying just being able to do a bunch of faction hopping at these lower points costs and just trying crazy stuff out.
Yeah, it's pretty great for that. All right. So we're gonna probably what it will do is we'll have you guys roll off and pick lists with your guys' audio live, and then I will turn your guys' audio off for the stream, and then I will start commentating as you do stuff.
All right. And Nate, for the clock then, the way that I've been doing in games past is after turn, just pause the game and switch it over to the next person and then let them start it up when they're ready. And you can do scoring in that time frame. Does that work for you
Yeah,
as well? Awesome.
sounds fine to me. Yeah,
Sweet. And you guys have the
cool.
luxury of an on-site judge for this particular game, so if there's any problems, just
It's
like
true.
yell at me.
Yeah. We'll try to come up with some crazy corner cases for you.
Okay. All right.
All
Have
right.
you
Man, that's
guys?
I told the whole story.
Yeah. Have you guys already set your dice rollers for who's who?
I did and verified that my name is showing up. So
Perfect.
I did change the names so they actually say our real names and then our team names
Okay.
after them.
oh, okay, nice.
There you go.
Here, I'm
Look
just
at that.
check it out. There we go.
Ah, all right.
And there we go.
Excellent. All right, so onto the lists.
Yeah.
Any questions for you then, Nate? I'm pretty familiar with all the Legion-y stuff, so.
No, I don't think I have any questions. Not
All
yet, at
right.
least.
Okay. All right.
Helga
What
2
I
and
figured the
Chrysalia.
matchup would be.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. All right, so we got Helga 2 versus Krissa. I'm gonna get those added to the stream. I'll let you guys roll for first, and I'm gonna turn your guys' audio off, and we're gonna go. So
All right.
good
Thanks,
luck,
Jaden.
guys. Have a
Thanks, Jaden.
fantastic game, and we'll see you on at the end. I'll probably unmute and do a post game recap with you.
Sounds good.
All right. Good
Great.
luck.
All right.
Right.
So we've got. So this is extraordinarily disconcerting for me because I can hear them, but I'm trying to talk over them. We've got Krissa versus Helga 2. I'm gonna get those names put in there right now, actually. So we've got Krissa, and we've got Helga 2. And we'll see who's on the top and who's on the bottom here in a sec. Yeah, it's intentional that you guys can't hear them at this point. I'm just going to be commentating. So they're looking at specialists here. Nate's thinking about something potentially. $540p. Let me check. I don't actually. I don't actually have the ability to change that during the stream, but I'll remember that for next time. Are they really? Okay, well, I'll be doing a lot of zooming and stuff so we can see slightly more accurately. I don't believe any sideboard changes were made. But, yeah. Good to know. I'll make a note. So we got Nate here on the bottom. We got Chad on the top. I love Krissa. She's such a wonderful caster. So it looks like we got Krissa, Mechano Shredder, Nerf, Zuriel. We got some Incubi. Yeah, no substitutions. So we got, for minions, we got the Bouncer coming in. And we've got the Valks and the Gobber and Gudrun coming out to fit in both of his specialists. So he's fully sideboarding in. Yeah, Chris is fantastic now. Yeah, and sorry about the blurriness quality. I will look into what's making that happen, but our Streamlabs is kind of messed up right now, and I don't have the option to fix that on my own. So the players are just clarifying some of the models. Yeah, I'll keep zooming in fairly often for the most part. I like this Helga list a lot. So we got down here an obstruction, another obstruction. We've got ourselves a no, these are rubble. These are both rubble. This is a big trench with 2 trenches added from the theme. This is an obstruction, and then these are 3 forests that count as 1 forest for purposes of, you know, checking off how much terrain there is. And then there is a rectangular zone overlapping the circular zone. This is our singularity scenario. And we got a flag and a flag. Yeah, I like the forest trio things. I stole that from Will Rutan from the Las Vegas Open. He's a big proponent of it. He makes it happen. All right, they're talking about Dez and Gubbin a lot, and I need to brush up on what they do because I think they're the only thing in here that I haven't personally played with. So let's get us a card, shall we? Let's see what we can do here. Card number 1. Let's get us their card. Aha. Kaboom. So it looks like, oops, Dez and Gubbin. These are the guys that have the once per game thing. They have minimum range, boost blast damage roll, secondary thing. Looks pretty good. So I should have had this on the whole time, but we have a deployed Helga 2 list, which is all of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 models, looks like, which is pretty wild. But it makes sense, I guess, because this is a really centralized scenario. My initial read here is that Leadfoot is probably going to beeline for this flag, and everybody else is just going to charge up the middle and try and take that. Okay, you can't read the card. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, I will, for future streams, I will work on getting the stream resolution up, but I'm not quite sure what is making it do that. Yeah, alright, fair enough. I'll just take it out. So, Nate putting Krissa in the middle, Zuriel here, Legionnaires on the left, Nerf over here as well. He's going to make a contest, probably because all of his models have flight. We're just going to abuse Energizer and these houses here pretty well, I would think. I don't think the streaming program's complaining about decoders. So what I think is happening actually is that a long time ago when we first started trying to stream Pillars of Paint, we were doing 2 video inputs and 2 audio inputs and a video output, and so we turned the resolution down to see if we could get it to work. Minions won the roll off. They chose to go first. Legion chose sides and took the bottom. And they're about to get started, it looks like. Yep, we are getting going here. Yeah, so Helga's putting Engine of Destruction up, Battle Host on herself as well, so that I imagine she's just going to be moving really far and then repositioning. Rapport is going on something. Oh, we don't have a clock started. Oh. There we go. Okay, they got the clock sorted out. Woohoo! It looks like... So I think he's actually put Rapport on the bouncer, which, to be honest, in this matchup makes a lot of sense, I think, because he's going to be going in and smacking a bunch of things. Yeah, so I think the zombie is a subscriber thing, but since Chandler set that up, I'm not entirely certain how that works into all the way. I need to spend an hour or two acclimating ourselves, or myself, to this. The theme benefit's being used, I believe it's a theme benefit, to get a free Animus. It's being, Rush is going on the Mauler. Nice. So Helga's walking her 9 inches with Engine of Destruction and repositioning 3. I'm curious if all of those beasts are in her control range at this point, but I think they probably are. Oh yeah, definitely, because the bouncer's got Rapport, so he's got double control range. Yeah, the Legion list not having Krissa, or not Krissa, Azrael in it is kind of weird to me. So Axer's just riling up and running. Yeah, Helga is very difficult to kill. Absolutely. I think people are sleeping on her, to be honest. She's one of the best casters in Brawlmachine, I think. But yeah, no Azrael in the Crystal list is kind of weird for me. Well, yeah, Zuriel's real good, but man, I love Azrael with Krissa. He's just so good. Lowest threat is 13. That sounds about right, yeah. Let's think. Mauler speed 5. She's got escort, right? So 7, 9 from rush, 12, 13. Yeah, that's pretty much as low as it gets. Axer is 5, 7 escort, 9 rush, 11 leadfoot. Charge 3 is 14, 16. Yep. And we are checking the speed on Des and Gubbin here. I believe they are speed 5. Tyrone, you troll. Yeah, Foon, I don't know. When we were testing Brawlmachine, I built a crystal list that I absolutely adore, and it's got Azrael in it, and I've been hard played to take it out. Yeah, I can zoom out a bit. It's actually time to do that anyway, because it's Legion's turn. So we have a proxy checking line of sight for some stuff. Yep, we're confirming that the Roadhog walks 11 inches, which is True and crazy. So we're checking some line of sight things. We're gonna probably see what you know what I mean, positioning to absorb what's gonna be a nasty alpha here, I expect. So we are talking about threat ranges on the Mauler. And checking distances from both the Roadhog and the Mauler. Yeah, I think the Legionnaires are going to like just sort of file in through here and here, one of these two spots, and they're going to kind of come in this spot, I think. It's going to be real interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Of note, actually, I'm curious. Are Leadfoot and Treads, are they a construct? I don't think they are. Oh, they sure are. Okay, so that means that we're going to be looking at some full steamed things. I think they're all deployed behind these obstruction because they're staying within the tough bubble from Krissa, which honestly, I think a lot of this game is going to come down to how many tough checks do Legionnaires make. Yeah, Nate hasn't explained his thought process for his deployment here because they're just playing. But yeah, tough Legionnaires with Incubi is actually really, really good. And with as few models as he's got, like, he can make a lot of attacks for sure, but I'm not entirely convinced that that they've got enough to deal with all of them. And then on the crackback, like, the thing about this is if Krissa has a beast and like 4 or 5 infantry model, we're just gonna see like a bunch of Def 12 models evaporate. That's true, but the Legionnaires all have Vengeance, so that that reposition, or I guess even the feet move is not maybe enough to get out of threat range. And yeah, that's true. They are Cav, but I suspect Cloak of Ashes going on Legionnaires just confirmed. Tax Supremacy on Zuriel makes sense. I think, I don't know, it'll be interesting to see. Like, the charge attack is boosted, that's really accurate. But then they're Mat 6, and Legionnaires are Def 14. And yeah, Incubi do ruin impact attacks mid-charge, which could be game-ending here, potentially. I don't know. Chris is walking up. She's got Tactician from the Theme Force, so she can walk through her friend. And she's just staying out of threat ranges of things, it looks like. Yeah, Children of the Dragon Tactician is important, man. Zuriel is trampling and casting his Animus. And then he's repositioning back. I don't think Nate is aware that you don't have to trample full distance, but there it is. So yeah, he's got Elusive and Tax Supremacy on Zuriel. And Zuriel might be kind of tricky to pin down as well. Like, Def 13, Arm 19. Yeah, the first attack's likely to hit. I guess that the Roadhog can try and boost the knockdown or attack with the knockdown weapon and get him out of commission, but And if he's got a Legionnaire next to him, like, maybe he's Def 15 with dodge effectively. I don't think you get to make an impact attack against the Incubi because you only get to make 1 round of impact attacks unless you have crushing weight. We are having a gentleman's agreement here to just count all of those Legionnaires as base to base because war table measurements are finicky, which is perfectly reasonable. Yeah, I'm almost certain that that is correct. That what would happen is the initial round of impact attacks would happen, they would all be resolved, and then the incubi would be spawned, and then that would stop the charge because unless you have crushing weight, you don't get to make impact attacks a second time. But if you did have crushing weight, then you just get to go right through it. Shredder's running off to the left. That makes sense because he's going to go after Leadfoot and Treads, I think. I suspect, yep, Spellmartyr hanging just way back in run range of the flag. And then Kralix. Yeah, Kralix is also heading that direction. Nate is identifying very quickly here that he's going to need 2 solos on that flag, which is a good call. All right, and it is now turn 2A. I have been lax on updating this. Kralix is incredible, yeah. I love Kralix. So we have a quick pause of the clock here so that Chad can get all of the models into War Room that he's supposed to have in War Room. Yeah, Kralix is fantastic. Every time I drop him for Virtue Champ, I feel a little bad. So Helga's leeching. She's dropping Rapport, which I think makes sense. I haven't actually checked the distances myself, but eyeballing this, I think we might have... Well, hold on, let's see if I can do this. Haha. Okay, so I think it's possible that the Roadhog might be trampling into Zuriel, which is a bold thing to do. Oh, maybe he's charging into that. Yep, yeah, all right, so we're going to be seeing a charge into that Legionnaire and then into Zuriel, which is actually, I'm not convinced that, well, if he puts a Rapport on, he's mat 8. But then he still needs 7-state Zuriel, and he's not getting the charge attack. I am not convinced that this is a good plan. Kralix is one of the models that I feel has the biggest swing in terms of value. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Kralix is fantastic, or he's terrible. Or at least, I don't think Kralix is ever terrible. I think he's just okay. Wait, mat 13? Why is he mat 13? He's mat 8 Rapport. Oh, right, because Engine of Destruction will make him mat 11. Where's the other 2 coming from? Does he get to charge for free? I don't think he gets to charge for free. Should be mat 11. So he still needs... okay, so 4s. That's not great. But if he misses 1, and he's only going to be getting 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks, he can't get Rage because he needs the distance. So he's going to be hitting at POW 15. So he's dice off 4. I'm not entirely convinced that this plan is going to work. But it might. It's definitely like a slip on Nate's part because the letting Zuriel get charged is bad for sure. I don't think he has range to get the impact. It goes what? 5, 7, 9, 11, 14 inches? Oh, he could get the impact. But he's attacking over a wall then. We'll see. Yeah, that's true. He can sprint back behind the forest. But I mean, Zuriel doesn't need a charge to kill him. Like... So, Dez and Gubbin are aiming, shooting at the leader of the Legionnaires. Hits directly. We have used the mini feat here. And they're going to deviate a secondary blast. I'm not entirely certain that this is the best plan at the moment either, because, like, maybe it is. I guess if he assaults and he kills a whole bunch of them, that's really good. So the leader takes a POW 14, which will force a tough check. which is not a successful tough. Cloak of Ash is on the Legionnaires, yeah. So, blast damage. Number 2 toughs. He's good. Number 1 does not break armor. Number 8 is a tough check. Fails the tough check. And number 8, that's this fellow right here, is getting turned into an incubus. I don't know. I don't think so. He mentioned it, but it is true that secondary blast happens first, isn't it? Maybe I'm incorrect about that. I'm going to inform of. Let me just check the rule real fast. Oops, that is not the button I meant to hit. It does. Okay. Since I am actually a judge for this, I'm going to step in and I'm just jumping in here real fast, guys. Didn't matter in this case, but in the future, secondary blast happens first, and the incubus will not spawn until the secondary blast and the initial blast template have been resolved. So the secondary blast actually happens before the original attack. Yep. So carry on. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Legionnaire is a lot harder to kill, or definitely harder to kill than an incubus, but we have battle driven triggered, and yeah, it deviated onto the Nerf, and I don't believe it did any damage. Oh no, it did 3 damage. Helga has just feeded, so plan send the Roadhog in is absolutely happening. Rage is going somewhere. Hold on a minute. Have I miscalculated distances here? Roadhog, 5, 7, 9 for escort. Charge is 12. Oh, I guess it doesn't need rush. Okay, so having rage on it would make a big difference. Yeah, that's right, Hawkfrost. It's definitely what you do. Rage is going on the Mauler. Rapport is going on something. Five, 7. So Rapport is going somewhere. Okay, so the Rage is going on the Roadhog. Rapport is going to be going somewhere. Mm-hmm. She's putting Earth's Blessing on herself, which I don't know if I think that matters in this particular matchup, but ooh, she's getting aggressive. She's within 10 inches of Zuriel. So Zuriel survives. She might just be... she is camping 3, though, so maybe not. She also, importantly note, has not cast Engine of Destruction. Oh, wait, no, her feet cast Engine of Destruction. Never mind, ignore me. Yeah, Nerf has a tractor. That could definitely be a thing. Now, the Nerf can't trample, so I don't know if that's entirely relevant. It would have to have a charge target, which with Energizer it certainly could. We're discussing Nerf threat ranges here. Confirming it is 13 here. Yep, we're proxying out Energizer moves. I think both players have forgotten about a tractor, but I am uncertain. I wonder if that's blocking his Roadhog's charge lane. I suspect it probably is, actually. Like, looking at that angle, I am no longer sure that that Roadhog can make that charge. Ah, okay, he remembered. He remembered. Yeah, that would have absolutely blocked that Roadhog charge lane. 100%. 1419 is not enough to save you from a ignited, crucifeated Zuriel. It's just not enough. Okay, so we have a charge from this Roadhog. One for the charge. He is making an assault spray, which is probably going to get Krissa and 2 Legionnaires, if I had to guess. Yep, there it is. Krissa and 2 Legionnaires. Yeah, Zuriel's Mat 8 POW 21 at that point. I don't think... Like, I think he'll do it. I could be wrong, but I think he will. Okay. We are applying Ashen Veil and realizing that these all miss. Miss. And Krissa, I think that still misses. Yeah, so all spray attacks miss. We're taking the fist on the charge attack a lot. Needing a lot to hit. It's much higher than that. Def 16. It hits anyway. Helga is camping 3. Right there. She's got 3. And the Legionnaire makes his tough check. Very important, actually, because that means that Ashen Veil is still applied. Yep. Calculating correctly that Zuriel is Def 15. So we're dice off 1 here. Yep, so we're realizing now that Rapport and Engine Destruction work together. And the Gore does 5 damage to the 2. Yeah, I mean, he has to roll a 3 or less to miss. Hits. Does 2 damage to the 1. Oh dear, buying an attack. This is not looking good. Hits. Does 6 damage to the 6. Okay, so I don't even think that Roadhog is going to get to sprint. Although it is feet turn, so it can just walk away. But 1 to the 6. Okay, so that was an awful series of events. Apparently the Roadhog has not, in fact, gone full bore. Nate is making terrible puns. Roadhog is taking 1 damage to the 3 from his full bore. And he's going to take his feet refuge move and go somewhere. Where that somewhere is, nobody knows, but somewhere. Oh man. Yeah, Helga is 9 point something inches away from Zuriel. With a Energizer, Zuriel can just walk into it. Yeah, those damage rolls were terrible. So the Roadhog is just going to tie things up. I'm really curious about this choice because I think between Vengeance and then Chris's feet, like I think Krissa might just kill him, to be honest. He's only engaging in Incubus too, so it's possible. Well, no, he's engaged by a bunch of things. Never mind. Or the Nerif can kill him? I'm not sure. I don't know if I like this plan. We're calculating at the moment some way for the Mauler to come in, I think. Yeah, Krissa will probably just kill it. I think he's thinking again on this plan. We're looking at a Leadfoot and Treads move here of some sort. All right, so while they're doing this, here's how I think the rest of the turn is going to play out. The Mauler is 10.1 inches away from Zuriel, which is just slightly too far to get to him with a walk, so he's going to have to trample, which he might do at this point. However, the Mauler needs 7s to hit, and Zuriel has dodge up, so I don't think that's The odds of him dying are not high at this point, especially because the Mauler won't have rage on him unless he casts it on himself. If I was going to go for this, what I would probably be doing here is I'd be using the Roadhog to pin Zuriel in so he can't dodge out. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't think Zuriel can get line of sight no matter what, but I think he can walk there. And then the Axe is going to run contest the flag. Leadfoot is apparently not going to take the flag, which is interesting. Okay, so the Mauler is in fact trampling. Whew, boy. All right. Things are getting real here. So the Mauler is mat 6. Zuriel is def 13. Mauler is getting right in Zuriel's way. But man, if he just gets to dodge once, like, the entire tenor of this turn changes. And the Mauler's not raged or anything, so it's dice off 3. So Mauler's buying an attack. And he's boosting. Okay, so we have a buy and a boost, which will hit. Dice off 3 should be. Yeah, dice off 3. However, this will let the Mauler make a feat move, so maybe it's fine. Does 1 damage to the 4. Zuriel surviving with the most lucky of luckies. We're buying an attack. We hit the 7. Yeah, if he charges to the right, he absolutely does. And then he does 7 to the 5. Ooh. Last attack. Hits. And kills. Kills him. That was... Alright, well, the entire game just changed. And they're both coming in. So that's really interesting. Okay, so the Axer should still go and contest that flag. 100%. And then they're gone. Leadfoot's got to stay there. The Bouncer needs to go be with... So the Bouncer has to run into the zone, I think, because otherwise... Oh no, unless the Mauler goes back, in which case nothing that I say here is true. Okay, so never mind. Because what I was going to say is, like, if the unit gets to go into the zone, then they would control it. But I don't know. I guess not. I don't know what the Bouncer's going to do at this point. Yeah, losing Zuriel is terrible. Yeah, just roll every single 7 that you need to hit. No big deal. And then a 10 and 11 for damage roll. It must be noted. I'm curious what the odds machine odds of that are. Let's have a look at odds machine. So we had 14 hit points left. Yeah, that's true. The Roadhog did roll really bad. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm just really curious about the odds of him killing Zuriel, even without dodge. Like, honestly. And he had what? 1 boosted to hit attack, and then 2 not boosted hit attacks. Yeah, that was like a 13% chance to kill. We're sending the Bouncer in probably to give... Yeah, we're just cramming things in the center here, which makes sense. Yeah, I would not be surprised if the Roadhog just dies on the backswing. The Axer is just running, as predicted, to contest the flag. Yeah, I would not be surprised if the Axer just dies to Vengeance here, or like potentially the Nerf goes and kills it afterwards, but then the Mauler dies, and I think... Yep, and then the Leadfoot's going there. And Dez is getting placed over there. So yeah, I think the Roadhog and the Mauler are both dead, honestly. Let's get us a turn number. Turn 2B. Yeah, that was a long turn. That was a very long turn, actually. Clock is maybe something that's going to be an issue here. Yeah, if the Vengeance attacks kill him, I think that Nate's probably in really good shape. But, I mean, honestly, even if it takes the Nerf killing it and then the Mauler and the Bouncer still die, which I think is a very high possibility at this point, I think that's probably fine. Because, yeah, the Mauler's in charge range of all of those guys. Should be interesting. Krissa is leeching. We are, yep, so Fury's all being pulled in. Ashen Veil is dropping. Vengeance has been finished. Yeah, and this is definitely going to be a Krissa feat turn. So we're discussing the stats of the Roadhog, which is 1218. I mean, Kralix could get the Roadhog no problem. It's not engaged by anything. Kralix is here. He could just scooch over and take some shots into it. At least I don't think it's engaged by anything. No, it's engaged by the Incubus. So Ignite is going up on the Legionnaires. And she is walking through them because Children of the Dragon Tactician actually functions now. Towing the kill box. And she's 15.2 inches away from Helga, so she's probably safe. Ignites on the Legionnaires, and I don't know what's going to happen now. Yeah, no, the two guys up the front are knocked down, and he just used Vengeance to get out of the way. She's putting Cloak of Ash on herself, which is probably perfectly reasonable. And then Energizer is happening. We are forgetting. Okay, the players are forgetting that you can check line of sight from the back arc here, which is a rule that everybody forgets anyway. But yeah, the Nerf absolutely has line of sight to that Roadhog, and the Energizer there was a pointless use of Fury, I think. Nerf is getting full steamed. We are trying to do a charge and realizing that we can't charge there. So there's a charge. I think we forgot to say the words Krissa feats, actually. I do not believe I heard those words. The tail hits, so all of these are hitting. Okay. Nerif is just destroying this Roadhog. Yeah, Nerif just obliterates the Roadhog. Yeah. Yeah, the Mauler was like, here is how you roll damage, and the Nerif was like, ah, Sensei, thank you for showing me the way. Kralix is about to make this, oh, okay, so we're taking a weakened shot at the Mauler, which I love. Yep, hits. Bouncer shield guards. So the Bouncer is now weakened. Also, weakened shot miss. Third weakened shot hits. Dice off 8. Oh wait, does the weakened shot even do damage? It should be a still payout 10, right? It did 1 damage to the 3. I do not think he's going to be able to contest the flag at this point. The Incubi is charging. We're probably going to be seeing a combo strike because the Mauler's def 10. Yep, combo strike. Hits. Does 10 damage to the 5. That poor Mauler. Spirits out on the Mauler, which may be relevant. Legionnaires activate. Legionnaires press forward. We are seeing if we can get in range of the nope, definitely cannot get in range of the brawler. Oh, we might be contesting with that guy in the back. Number 4 might be contesting the flag. Nate is talking about this. I don't actually. I think Chrysophyte is assumed to be up. Maybe I just missed it. And we are trying to get in range of the flag, and I just don't know if that's possible. Nope. Okay. There is an understanding that contesting is not happening. Okay, so we have a bunch of Legionnaires charging. Tactician here coming in real handy, Tyrone. We have a charge on the... Well, maybe we don't. That house is being really annoying. Okay, so we have a successful charge on the bouncer. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I could definitely see Chad winning on scenario next turn. Not being able to contest that flag is a big deal. Nate being real conservative with the number of models he's putting into zones. Like, yeah, that Mauler is dead, but I don't know if it matters. Maybe it does. Because, like, all right, so here's the thing. Feralor mini feats up. A bunch of things are in Chris's tough bubble. And he's got Incubi, so it's possible. Like, if number one... oh, well, but you know what? Number 1's not next to a Legionnaire, and I think Nate forgot that. So, I don't know. We'll see. Well, he's contesting the rectangle with 2 models, so that's not an issue. That has happened. And Flaggy Boy ran. We're taking 1 on the bouncer. Hits with the charge. It does 11 damage to the bouncer. Youch. Legionnaire number 1 is in Chris's tough bubble, yes. And the first charge attack does 13 to the Mauler. Second charge does 8, which just kills it. So we're debating whether or not we're taking Fury here. The Incubi, hold on, let me just check real fast. So actually, every single model except for number 3 right here is in Chris's tough bubble. Yeah, Chrysophyte melts stuff. Spell Martyr is running somewhere to contest the flag. That's probably really important. So it looks like we're scoring 1 for the top. So we got 1 here, and we're on turn 3. All right. Yeah, Helga might just kill all of them. The bouncer's on fire from Ignite. Takes no damage. So what we got left here is this guy has... Mind is out. Okay. We got Dez and Leadfoot got to do a ton of work. Number 1 here is engaging that guy. Battle Host is being dropped. Yeah, if the bouncer... The thing is, though, I might be wrong about this, but I think the Earthborn has a... Or the... Okay, never mind. Chris's feet only lasts a turn. Yeah, 4 models and the game is over for sure. We'll see if it happens. Dez is shooting number 4. Okay, so it hits number 4. And let's see if they remember to do the deviation first. Okay, so they're doing the deviation. The deviation does nothing. Number 4 gets hit with a POW 14 and makes his tough check, so he's fine. Number 3, these are now POW... has to pass a tough check. He is out of the bubble of tough, so he is just dead. He is now an incubi. Yeah, I think these incubi are going to be like the if this game is over this turn or not, to be honest. Yep, number 6 and number 7 both survive, so Dez effectively just makes an incubus. We're debating what Helga is doing here. Axer is probably too far away. He dropped Battle Host. Yeah, Axer can get to this incubus, and that's it. I guess he could rush himself, but Helga is opting not to charge. I think that's probably a mistake because she gets the boosted attack roll. Yep, Vengeance and Battle Driven being marked. Yeah, the bottom right is an Axer. Cloak of Ash is not up, but Feralor Mini Feet is up. Engine of Destruction gets cast. And she advances. Alright, so she's at 11 now, so she needs... I guess she needs 3s. Mount attack against number 4. Hits with that. It's a POW 12 attack here, which is not going to break armor. Yeah, Luck God, I know. We just haven't... I'm having Streamlabs issues. It's not letting me change things from inside of it. So, attacking number 4 with the main weapon. POW 18 is auto tough. Tough check. It's tough. Oh, man. Chain attack is going against number 1. That'll hit. Forces a tough check. Fails the tough check. It's probably making an incubus. He is an incubus. Yeah, that's true. Pulling number 4 out of base to base would have been cute. I agree. Okay, she goes after number 4 again. She hits. Tough check. Is he the hero? Tough check again. Oh, flip. Oh, flip. Hits. Tough check. And fails the tough check. Is he making an incubus? He did not make an incubus. He has 2 more incubi. That was a mistake, Nate. Yeah, there's 2 more incubi. And she kills the last incubus on the right side there. All right, so 2 models down. Fairlore is taking a free strike here. I think Helga should be camping nothing at this point. Okay, never mind. They are positioning slightly differently so that Fairlore is not getting a free strike. Leadfoot is shooting number 5. 13. Oh, and they are engaged, so that'll miss. So Leadfoot's gun is going to deviate. Pow 7 on number 5 does no damage. So the bouncer actually is the deciding factor here. So he's going back arc on number 4. Shield on number 5 will hit. Bouncers do not hit hard, we're finding out. That'll be enough to force a tough check. No tough. Nate's realizing he should have made an incubus. Chain attack on the other guy hits. Forces a tough check. Fails the tough check. Game's over. Yeah, so if Nate had made that incubus, that was insane. All right. Whew. So that was insane. That was so close. So control points top goes to 4, and the game is over. Yeah, you can absolutely control 2 things at once. That's the danger of this particular scenario. And they're talking through how things would have gone from there. I'm waiting for a good pause in the conversation to hop in. But yeah, that was really close. If this incubus had been made, the Axer has to rush itself and charge, and then it does not get a boost, and it needs a 7 to hit, and then the incubus also has tough, and if that doesn't work, then let's see. Chad scores 2, and it goes 2 to, so it's 3 to 0, and then score this flag, and I honestly just think Helga dies. Honestly, I think Helga just dies there. Yeah, actually, putting the spell martyr on the flag would have been good. Because then if the Axer charge is over, that's really good. That was a crazy game, guys. Chat has an interesting point here. If this had been made into an incubus, the best thing to do would have been to put that right there, so that if the Axer charges, then you score a point. Yeah, right. Right. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because that Incubator Def 13, right? So the Axer is rushing itself, charging, trying to roll an unboosted 7 to hit, and then hoping you don't make a tough check. Oh, it's boosted because Cav. Okay, all right. And then hoping no tough. Yeah, it would have been a tough check at that point. Yeah. He made a lot. That's for darn sure. Yeah, I popped it up. Because there was a nice lull in the conversation, so I thought I'd pull in you guys so that everybody on stream can hear what you're talking about. So, to be honest, that Roadhog had like a really good chance of killing him. Yeah. Yeah. It does, yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. Oh, you can't hear them on stream. Oh, okay, hold on a sec.
Well,
all right, there we go. I forgot I had to tweak a volume thing on Streamlabs.
So many buttons.
There are so many buttons. Yeah. Well,
but yeah, definitely like the Roadhog. I was expecting the Roadhog to go in and leave it on about like 6 to 8, and then have the Mauler come in to finish, hopefully. But I wasn't expecting. Yeah. Was it 15?
14.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm also like, I'm very salty about your 2 hard 7s in a row. Like, man, that would have just been good. Yeah.
No, it was like at that point, I was like, the Mauler's going in. I'm like, I did that first one, and the first roll like did what, like 1 damage or 3 damage or something. And I'm like, if there's any chance of me killing him, I just have to hard roll these.
Yeah, actually, I have a strat. If you have Zuriel's here, and you come in with the Roadhog like this, right? So what I would have done in your position is I would have gone to here, and then the Mauler tramples to right here, and now Zuriel goes nowhere.
I was afraid of Helga dying to Legionnaires.
That's fair.
I don't know how possible that was though, because you had 3 transfers and you had like 2 healthy lights to transfer to.
Okay. Yeah, definitely, like kind of like we're saying, like the hindsight is like, okay, Helga like either should have been here because she can still walk out and
where you had her first turn, where she was right here, because your Mauler was up so far and you were pushing Zuriel back, you were actually out of threat, unless you gave me a dodge, in which case I could have gotten there, but it's just 13.
Yeah.
Well,
but, never mind. Yeah,
she would have had to at least been like here just to get like the control range to my beasts.
So he was here. No. The Mauler, nah. You could have been.
Oh
yeah, you wouldn't have to be anywhere close to that. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it was like I should have been either probably here for just the walk threat or just here for the charging support.
Yeah. Duke Pluribus in chat wants to know if there's anything Helga 2 is actually afraid of.
This list is actually really good. And he should know because I've asked for a couple different dodges during this. There was a Karchev list with a Death Archon that I didn't want anything to do with. And what was the other one? But yeah, I mean, just this where it's like it's got lots of models that are going to be able to take some hits and enough toughs, and it would have been the other way, and are also very speedy themselves. So like actually like me rolling first turn win,
that was a big deal.
That was huge. Like
Yeah.
it would have been
I
much the opposite game where you would have been threatening me out of pushing me out of
yes.
scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also didn't think about your trample a bajillion miles and then repo, because I was actually planning to plant him Zuriel here.
Yep.
And just say like your caster just can't live like
She's
anywhere around here.
Yeah, and that's why I put
Yeah.
Rush on the Mauler to start as well, is just to get him up as far forward and make it so
Yeah.
that either he can walk or even trample. And usually 4 buys is usually pretty good. Initially, that's where I was considering putting the rapport on him and just raging him, but I think that wouldn't have been enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm salty because I could have also taken a vengeance move like to there and then actually been able to make the run.
Right. Well, and that's one thing actually I think, like when you were saying that you thought like some guy was in range, I think you had like a couple guys that did vengeance moves backwards. And
Yeah.
if they just
Yeah,
gone forward, then you would have been in.
I was also wondering if you were going to charge to this position and then sprint to there, because you would have been contesting at this position.
A Legionnaire was literally standing where I would have needed to land.
Oh, that's right. You would have had to been like
Yeah, the one who
here.
tuffed and
Yeah.
fell down.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Actually, one other
'Cause I
thing
don't
that I
get to
that I
move.
wanted to mention to you, when you were here and the Roadhog was here and you were checking your line of sight, you only have to have line of sight from your base and have it be in the front arc. So he was in your line of sight. You didn't have
so
to
he
energize
did
him.
have line of sight.
He did.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you had,
All
so
right.
the
Well,
other thing
that's
you could have
good
done
to
is you
know.
could have charged like to here, sprinted to here, and then energizer to there, maybe.
Yay. No, I couldn't
Yeah,
have done
no,
that,
he needed
'cause
the.
I
Oh, yeah, right,
wouldn't
feet.
have the feet then.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
But just for future reference, because yeah, like if you're standing like this and there's a model right here, you totally have line of sight to it, because you just have to draw line of sight from the back edge of the base to wherever you are and then have the target be in the front arc.
Yeah. Should have made that incubi. Oh well.
All right. Well,
Yeah. God, these scenarios go so fast.
They are
like in my
brutally
head, I
quick.
was like being up one, because like coming from 75, being up one doesn't mean anything. Because like
Right.
scoring 4 points in a turn at 75 is like a really tall order.
yeah, you
Yep.
can chat.
But
You can definitely
here,
energize
scoring
after
3 in a
sprinting.
turn.
And
Yeah.
the last scenario seemed even more ultra live, where you could score 4 pretty reliably.
Yeah, we got a lot of feedback that Asteroids is too live, which is interesting because during the beta league, people were like, I don't know if this is live enough. So that's been kind of interesting to
Yeah.
parse that data. We're going to have to look at that one again. Maybe we just take the flag out of the center, but maybe then it's dead. I don't know. So,
I mean,
I
think,
would strongly advocate for now that I've played this, it's very weird with a caster like her.
mhm.
This double score center zone, like dominate for 2 style
Mhm.
thing, is probably a no because of casters like this. Like your
Yeah.
Helgas, your Butchers, your like frontline beat stick, like big assassination threat
Yeah.
casters.
This
Yeah.
particular terrain setup, well, I mean, and it depends on how the terrain is set up as well, because if
Yeah.
like this is here, the entire dynamic changes, because you can just stick a dork right here and you're fine.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the controversial scenario that people either love it or hate it.
Yeah, I will say it has been very different playing on it. Every time I've played on it, the terrain has made it very, very different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
yeah, and terrain definitely, at least for us so far, has been usually the determining factor. Like when we're doing kind of like our pairings, is like, oh, that table looks really weird, I don't want to deal with it.
I wanted this table because of this grove of forests, and they ended up screwing me this game
Yeah.
because I couldn't get to them fast enough.
Because you couldn't get up to them. Yes, otherwise Energizer looks
Yeah.
great
no,
there.
Energizer's great with these
Yeah.
forests.
And
Absolutely.
Helga kind of likes this force as well. It's got a little bit of peekaboo action that she can do with just some weird lanes, and then just her stuff just
Free
being able to
sprints and
walk
stuff. Yeah.
9 inches or 11 inches is usually good
Mhm.
enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a similar type of thing with being able to like Energizer walk 7, pull 2, or Energizer walk 6 and then reach 2,
Yep.
where you can threaten like 10 or 11 inches on a walk with this list.
Nice. Yeah. Well,
Well,
good
thanks,
game, both
Chad.
of you.
That was a pretty rad game.
Yeah. Thank you.
I wish that I saw what you were doing before you finished Helga's activation, and I made that extra.
Yeah. And thanks for everybody who watched. We had like 40 people for most of this, which was pretty darn good
dang.
for a middle of the
All
day.
right, embarrass myself in front of 40 people.
Yeah, COVID means I'm usually only doing that in front of like 3 people.
I know, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to turn the stream off. Thanks for watching, guys.
Yep.
And we'll be back later this evening for round 2. Bye, everyone.